All right, everybody, I want to do a review of my Apple trade as promised. Um, if you clicked on the video, you can see that I lost in this trade, which is not fun, but it is actually kind of funny. Um, the reason I got in the trade was a couple of things. The first thing was this is the daily chart of Apple, and this is when I got in the trade at the close of this bar on the 12th. And I was anticipating the stock to go a little bit higher, not to go buck wild necessarily, but maybe because they were announcing the iPhone 12. But at the very least, I was expecting it to go a little bit higher. You can see here this little channel that the stock has been trading in, and then the breakout happened here. And I was just looking for a continuation of that breakout. And then you can also see we got the 13 and the 30 right here, the 13 crossing up above the 30, which should mean we're in a bullish pattern. The other thing that really had me thinking it was going to move was the fact that the volume was so strong on this bar. And again, as I always often say, the close was up near the high. So you got a large up bar close up near the high with high volume. If this bar would have closed down a little bit lower, then I would have been concerned. But because it closed up so high, I was thinking, again, not that it would go crazy the next day, but at the very least that we would get a little bit higher. And as you can see, we did not. Now, the other funny thing is I was trading, I also traded DataDog at the end of the day on the 12th. So at the end of the day on the 12th, DataDog had it set up, and there's another video for DataDog. I'll put it in the description so you can see it. But I was trading DataDog because DataDog had a decent setup, and I was actually kind of picking back and forth between DataDog and Apple, and I just decided to trade both of them. The setup that DataDog had looked more like it would be fluctuating during the day on the 13th, and I thought to myself, maybe I should just sell DataDog first thing in the morning and then day trade it, because I thought DataDog would do what Apple did. Apple opened up higher, so there was a little bit of a gap up from where I bought it. The gap up wasn't high enough for me to make any serious percentage, so I stuck around for a little bit and it started to fall down. And eventually I stopped out. Actually, no, I held through this fall. So it started falling down here, and I held through it because I figured this is just some people taking profit because the news of the iPhone and all that kind of stuff and just blah blah blah. And I figured that this little run would start, and sure enough, the run started, and I was back to even at some point, like up around here. So I took a deep loss here and then was back to even up around here. And then once I saw this start to break down, I got out somewhere like over here before it fully broke down. So I definitely lost and it sucked. But what I should have done was sell Apple first thing in the morning and day traded Apple, and I could have took advantage of this run up, or I could have even taken advantage of this run down. But instead, I thought that Apple would rally, and it did not, and I ended up losing out, which definitely sucks. And shout out to my neighbor who reminded me that you buy the rumor and sell the news, and I should have sold the news, but I wasn't being smart. I don't know what I was being. Maybe ambitious. Maybe that's what I was being. But either way, I definitely missed out on an opportunity. I did make money in Datadog, so it didn't totally offset my loss. And actually, at the end of the day, I did day trade Apple in this little trade here. Only got like $100 back or so, but it was, between that plus Datadog, it made the Apple loss not as bad as it could have been. But it just definitely sucked because I was anticipating for Apple to do what Datadog did. I'll just pull Datadog up real quick so you can see. Datadog went completely wild that day. So this is the 13th. I thought Apple would do this, just shoot up and then probably coast throughout the rest of the day. And I thought Datadog would do what Apple did, but they didn't. So Datadog shot up. This is a $4.80 bar from high to low. So it shot up $4, almost $5, and then danced around and was up probably as much as like $6 by the end of the day. And I sold it. I forget what the percentage was, but it's in the other video. And I did make a decent profit in it, but I didn't put as much money in Datadog, so it didn't totally offset my Apple trade. But I'll figure it out next time, and I probably won't trade before Apple announces a new iPhone because it was, in hindsight, a terrible idea. I should have just day traded it. But scary money don't make money. All right. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button, and also check the description for Robinhood. You can sign up for Robinhood, get a free stock, and I will too. Until next time, peace.